Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wonderful taste. I bet you're wondering what this is, aren't you? So am I. No. I was in Scarborough last summer. Anybody been to Scarborough? Yeah. Nice place, isn't it? And I got there, you see, I went to this big boarding house because I was trying to get in the hotel, but it was packed out, you know. So, it was packed. I couldn't get in. So, I went to this boarding house and I knocked at the door and the landlady put her head out the window. She said, "What do you want?" I said, "I want to stay here." She will stay there and shut the window. And while I was up there, it was a lovely summer. It was very nice. And a lovely season up there. And I went out, I bought one of those, what do they call them? Skin diving outfits. You know, flippers and everything, big tank on the back. You know the thing I mean. And you can dive under the water. You know what I mean? Right, you can go right down. So I went to the bay, see, all on my own. And I went down and I dived in and I went right down to about 100 feet. And it was lovely. Really lovely. And I'm going along like that, see? Like that. I've got the instructions here. Like that, see? Then I changed over, I went like that. See? See, then I got rid of it, I went like that. I like that, I was doing that. Slow like that. But I can please myself, you know. Look at that. And all of a sudden, right in front of me, I looked like that, see? And I saw a man walking towards me. On the bottom. In a sports jacket, grey flannels and a flat cap. And I said to myself, well, there's nobody else there, and I said to myself, this is not right. See? So I went towards him like that. See? And I got right up to him, and I said to him, see, I took this big slate out, you know what I mean? And I wrote on there, "What are you doing down here? Walking about in a sports jacket and grey flannels and a flat cap." And he took the pad from me, and he wrote on there, "I'm drowning." Thank you. Here's a little trick. Bag there, look. You got a piece of rope, you cut the rope in half with a small pair of scissors. I place one in there, two in there, undo. Like that. I go, hello, do what? And the pieces join together in. And now. Why? It's Diana Dore.
No, not door. It's doors, plural.
Oh, yes, I can see that. You're quite right, yes. Well, you see, at the moment, you came... I'm right in the middle of a joke.
Yes, I know, I was listening, and I recognised your voice. Now, you're the terrible man who's been ringing me up, making dreadful suggestions.
Don't be silly. Me? I don't even know your phone number.
Oh, well, here it is, 246-8002.
I've got a very bad throat, I have really. As a matter of fact, I lost my voice completely today. And I borrowed this throat tonight for the show. The producer went mad. He's still at the vet now. I went to the doctor, he said, "Hold your breath." I said, "All right." I went, just like that. And he said to me, "Look," he said, "I looked down your throat." See, he said, "Open your mouth." I went, see? And he looked down, he said, "Oh, yes, a little raw." See? So I went, "Oh." Oh, just like that. He said, "Look, I'll tell you what I do now." He said, "I'll test your ears." He said, "Because sometimes, when you've got a bad throat, It can make you slightly deaf. I said, all right. He said, I'm going to go to this side, over here, in the wall, see? I'm going to whisper something to you, and if you hear me, repeat it. I said, right. He said, I'm going to stand here, and you stand over there. Oh, that, see? So he went over there like that, and I was over here like that. And then he went, how now, brown cow? So I went, how now, brown cow? And he said, pardon? And he said, do you know something? He said, there's a scientific fact that people with big mouths got very tiny brains. See? And I was like that. And he said, and people with very small mouths got very big brains. I said, oh, is that so? I didn't know that. Thank you.
And now it's time for a song. Now, usually, when I do this particular song, I have a troupe of boy singers and girl dancers at the back of me, but unfortunately, they couldn't be here tonight because they've got the flu. Luckily, Tommy has consented to do all the parts for me. Thank you, Tommy. Take it away.
What, mate? I didn't say that. What, do all the four singers?
Oh, it's quite simple. Yes,
and all the girl dancers?
The boy singers and the and the girl dancers.
Well,
all right,
of
course you can. Take it away. All right, Bob, hit it. On a wonderful day like today, I defy any cloud to appear in the sky, any raindrop to plop in my eye. On a wonderful day like today, on a wonderful morning like this, when the sun is as bright as a yellow balloon, even the sparrows are singing in tune. On a wonderful day like today, on a morning like this, I could kiss everybody, so full of love and goodwill. Let me say furthermore, I'd adore everybody to come and dine. The pleasure's mine, I will pay the bill. May I take this occasion to say that the whole human race should go down on its knees, show that we're grateful for mornings like these, 'cause the world's in a wonderful way. On a wonderful day, on a wonderful day, on a wonderful day like today.
The law and the 20th century. We now take a searching look at many different aspects of the law, as seen through the eyes of a great variety of people.
Hey, Bert, that barrow boy over there hasn't got a license. Move him on, will you?
Right. Wait. Now you listen to me.
Well, what do you want?
Can I have a banana? Stand against the wall and don't move. Stand against the wall and don't move. Stand against the wall and don't move. Well, it's cheaper than scaffolding. Don't you agree? My lad, I offer a plea of insanity.
Don't be absurd, Mr. Cooper. You know perfectly well your client is not insane.
He's not, but I am.
Now, a search of Simpkins' flat revealed a large number of bottles of stolen liquor, including 5 bottles of Scotch whiskey, 5 bottles of brandy, and 11 bottles of wine. The clerk of the court, have you got all that down?
Every single drop of it. What is your name?
Cadwallader Pushvili, sit back at the Fraser Monolika Potato Rico Motten Dun Porazusten Kalabopovich.
No questions. I just want to hear him say it, that's all.
Now, how would you describe your condition at the time of your arrest?
Drunk as a judge.
You mean as drunk as a lord?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, I understand you've had a break-in, is that right?
That's right. They came in and ransacked the whole place, they did. Turned the place upside down. And not only that, they tied my wife up and put that gag in her mouth.
And when did all this take place, sir?
About 3 months ago.
And now it's interview time, and in our studio this evening we're very privileged to have with us one of the truly legendary figures of the American West. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Sitting Bull.
Stop drumming! They're right at a war dance.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chief.
Jula, would you hawala dala? The halama to hula, woo, wah, wah.
That means good evening?
Yes. So you can just imagine how expensive the telegrams are.
Oh, yes.
So that's why I always use smoke signals, you see.
Oh,
with
I
the-
see.
With the pipe.
I see. And when you smoke like that, that means words or something, does it? That all means something.
They're all words coming
Really?
out.
Yeah.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
What's the matter?
I've just puffed a rude word.
So first of all, tell us about your father.
Hoocha, hoocha.
Yes. Tell us about your father, sir. He was a very famous Indian brave, wasn't
Oh, yes, he was a very amazing man.
Was he?
He could shoot a deer at 50 yards.
Strong bow?
No, long arms.
So the great Indian warrior Geronimo must have been a friend of yours. I imagine you learned a lot from him.
Oh, I certainly did. He taught me how to imitate wild animals.
Did he really?
Oh, yes.
I say, would you do some for us now?
Certainly.
Please.
Right. A wild duck. And now another one. A swallow. A swallow.
Lifelike.
Just half.
What's that?
There's a man-eating wolf.
Now another one. And what's that?
Man-eating lion.
And what's that?
A man-eating soup.
Where did you get all those wonderful
Oh,
impressions?
I got a lot more,
Really?
lot more. I got them all from Percy Edwards.
You met him?
No, I ate him.
Tell us about your archenemy, General Custer. Now, was he really the hero that people would have us believe?
No, he's a coward.
Was he?
We had a nickname for him.
What was that?
Cowardy Custard.
But of course you were eventually defeated, weren't you? Why do you think that was?
Well, because don't forget the cavalry, they were lovely big horses, big chestnuts, big things they were. You should see my old nag I had. Bony knees, mosquito bites, bloodshot eyes, matty hair, and that was the wife. You should have seen the horse.
Of course, you did have a very famous war cry, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
It was said that at the sound of it, it was just 2 words. And at the sound of those 2 words, men would drop their arms and battles would stop there and then. Now tell us, what were those 2 words? Let's hear.
We surrender! We surrender! Look, surrender, 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 surrender.
I was admiring your trousers, sir. They're hide, aren't they?
What?
They're hide.
What?
Hide. A cow's outside.
Oh, bring her in, I'm not sorry.
You're next to an idiot.
Yeah, we'll move over a bit.
Please, tell us about your wife.
When the blue or the noise.
Tell us about your wife.
My wife?
Yes.
Well, I met my wife at a dance.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought she was home looking after the kids. I went up to her and I said, you are the most beautiful Indian maid.
I bet you said that to all the girls.
Yeah, the fellas didn't want to know.
And how did you court her?
Well, an old Indian custom.
Really?
Yes, the squaw and the brave used to dive in the water.
I see.
Into the river.
Yes.
Kiss underneath, and then surface.
How charming. And then you became engaged.
Yes, to a haddock.
Now tell us about the Battle of Little Bighorn. This was, of course, one of the greatest events, really, in the history.
Cease.
What?
I'm sorry, I have to go. They're calling me for a powwow.
But what about our little chat?
I've had a little chat. I'm very fond of that, but I'd rather have a powwow now. I'll let them know.
Don't! Thank you and good night. Big Chief Sitting Bull. Ow.
Hello, and welcome to Roundup of the Week. A quick look at some news items you may have missed in other television news programs. On Monday, our hidden cameras caught a sneak thief in action in North London. A few miles away in a North London back garden, this incident took place.
Now, look here. If you just stop your dog chewing my roses, I'll call the police.
Oh, go away. If you don't, I'll set my husband on you.
He doesn't frighten me. I'm not afraid of your husband. I'll punch him right in the nose. I'll tell you that for a start.
No.
When I see him, he chews the roses.
In Brighton this week, an alert cameraman recorded this unforgettable moment. The next day, in a shopping plaza in Wembley, we filmed this strange encounter.
Screamers, sir. You got a lucky face.
Last night, a new opera production opened in Bristol. The demand for tickets was enormous.
I'm very sorry. No more seats inside.
This morning, our cameraman recorded this priceless piece of film by the side of the Thames. And now our outside broadcast cameras take you over to a counting house somewhere in London.
Excuse me, Tommy, but I thought we ought to have a little bit of comedy about now in the show.
What do you have in mind?
Well, you know, nothing obvious, because really I'm sick to death of some of the things that comedians do, you know, to try and get laughs. It's just ridiculous. For instance, I mean, I've seen them do things like this to get a laugh.
Yeah, what?
Now, wait a minute. I ask you, is that funny?
No, it's not funny. That's not funny. It's not funny.
Now, is that funny?
No, that's not funny either. That's not funny.
Is that funny?
No, that's not funny.
Is that funny?
No, that's not funny. It's not funny, is it? Not funny.
Is that funny?
Oh, that is funny. I like that. That's funny. That's funny. Yes, that is funny.